mai takahi. Haere mai ki ahau, ki mani a poto e.
Tākiri mai. Tākiri mai ko te ata e te tangihanga o te kōri he manu ki te ata tū, ki te ata hāpara mai e. Teke te ate kākā, te koe a te kōkō, te kūkū a te kereru, te kōri hi manu ki te ata tū, ki te ata hāpara mai e. Te reo tā rere, te reo tā ruru, te reo tā kakau, te kōrihi tangata ki te awatea, ki te ata pō mai e. Mai e, tōna tupua, mai e, tōna tawhito, mea hara mai whea. Mea hara mai tū whakaoti nuku, mea hara mai tū whakaoti rangi me, I wete mai te tirangorango, I te matangere me, I here kore mai te kaikiri, te aupehitanga me, I wātea mai te whētuki. He māpihi paunamu, he māpihi maurea, kia tūturu o whiti whakamaua, kia tīna, tīna. Haumia hui e, taiki e. Okay, the wāhanga tuarua o te whakawātea. So the first part dealing with the defaults, now we can speculate, and I can already hear it with you, Vinny, you're already speculating, okay, heha kei tua e tēnei taupā. So this part, we really are speculating. What do you want to experience? What new actions could you possibly take? What could happen? And then start to look at what's really important to you now. So as I shared earlier, my biggest taupā is fear of failure, especially when it comes to doing the karanga. Now, I was heading to Tairewanga Marae, deliberately running late and wearing my bright green coat with my black pants on my jeans, my black jeans. Unfortunately, I wasn't late enough. I could feel myself getting nervous and the anxiety building. Now, my sister got to the marae. My sister was holding the string to the flag, gave me the eye to do the karanga, to karanga the flag up the flagpole. Now, I was named after this flag. The flag is called Te Raukura o Te Rangi Mārie. And as soon as I started calling, I couldn't for the life of me get my own name out of my mouth. It kept coming out, e piki e, te rangi Mārie e, te raukura e. My sister, standing there, puts her head down, starts laughing to herself. I look up, my aunties give me the eye like, what are you doing? My dad is standing next to me, ready to start the pai marire, and he gives me a sideways look and says, what are you up to? And so, as far as I am concerned, that was an epic fail. Now, a few months later, I asked my cousin if she could call the flag up, and if she could call the flag as I pulled it up. And she said, yeah, I'll give it a go. If you can do it and make a mistake saying your own name and not die, yeah, I'd love to give it a go. Well, I cracked up laughing because in the moment, it was an epic fail and it was a very dramatic affair for me in my head. My cousins, they were like, oh, sure, Raukura can do it and make a mistake and nothing bad happened to her. I can do it too. So my mistake gave my cousin the courage to karanga for the very first time. And I was like, yeah, okay, this is okay. So I decided I want to experience being supportive. Now, it's Kingi Tūheitia's tangi, and I joined Te Whare Haka o Tainui to perform before he was laid to rest atop Taupiri Maunga. Now, we're in the gate, ready to whakaeke onto Tūranga Waiwai Marae, and the question was asked, ko wai o koutou hei kaikaranga, haere mai ki mua. Straight away, straight away my default actions kicked into gear. My legs literally on automatic started walking backwards. I could feel the sweat. I could feel myself getting hot. My palms were getting sweaty. But I thought, no, you're doing it again. I'm doing it again, Raukura. So I decided, no. I stepped forward, walked to the front, gave Hani a big hug and a kiss, and then began to karanga for our side. And the experience, the feeling of being able to karanga and tuku my king. Like, I rere ngā roimata mo te kiingi, I rere ngā roimata mo te iwi I te ngaromanga o tō tātou kiingi. And in that moment, I realized what is really important to me is people and being of service to people. So in that moment, I was being of service to Hani, who was calling for support, being of service to Te Whare Haka o Tainui, who were calling for support, being of service to our iwi, who in that moment really needed support as we were getting ready to lay our king to rest. So for you, what do you want to experience in that moment when the taupā shows up? And then in that moment when the taupā shows up, what actions can you take? And then just speculate, what could happen? What could happen after taking those actions? And then speculate again, what can you see for yourself as really important to you? Hapai, we'll take the next 5 minutes to write down, answer these questions. Yes, Patai, rangihuri here.
Oh, e harai te pātai, engari he kōrero.
Yeah, tōla mai.
Yeah, he kōrero. I guess we put people up on a pedestal, and I suppose I look at you as, tupu ake I te reo Māori, te ao Māori, ko tameroa tō pāpā, and I don't, it's almost surprising. I know it shouldn't be, but surprising to hear about your taupā reo Māori, because I just sort of expect that, people like yourself and learned people in mātanga reo Māori, they don't experience these taupā. So it's really, I suppose it's good to highlight our humanness, that we all actually experience these things.
Yeah.
And I think it's really valuable what you just shared with us about, your whānau probably thinks of you in the same way, that, you're, he mātanga reo, he kai karanga, all of these things. And by making that mistake when you were calling the flag, it allows your whānau to feel like they're allowed to make mistakes and they're allowed to try. And I think that's a really valuable lesson for all of us, that actually in our humanness and in our imperfection, we give others that grace to be imperfect and to try as well. So I just hea au ki te mihi atu ki a koe, Raukura, for sharing your own taupā with us, and what the positives that can come out of that too. So nei te mihi ki a koe.
Awesome. Tēnā koe rangihuri here. Shall we start with you, Auntie Georgie?
Okay. So what do I want to experience?
Yeah.
Te aroha, te kotahitanga, me te whanaungatanga. Koe rā taku hihia.
Rawe.
Māma te ira.
Yeah.
What new actions can I take? He kōrero, 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 kōrero. Noho wainga nui te pānau, koe rā.
Oi.
Koe rā. And he hata hua, what could happen is that, our whānau will have successful events, huitahi tātou, I te kotahitanga, I raro I te whakapono.
Ka pai.
And what's really important to me now is ko tōku whānau.
Yeah.
Tōku whānau. Just like you, he aha te me nui, he tangata, people.
Yeah.
Whenā. So easy.
Yes, it's easy now when we're not in the moment, when the taupā isn't right there in front of us. It is. It makes it, there's a bit of relief, eh? When you're not, when the taupā is in front of you right now, you've got a bit of space to look, to be able to look. Yeah. And then if you look at this, having successful events, like how would you classify a successful event, or what are the measures that you would say that would deem the event successful?
I reira te pānau, I raro I te aroha me te whakapono.
Ka pai. That's right. Going back to the experience you want to have.
Yeah.
Those experience. Okay, this is what I want to experience. And if others have this experience as well, it's a successful event. Now, who knows? The hangi may not have been cooked on time. The hangi may have come out of the pit raw. It is completely possible that, you've invited a VIP and the VIP at the last minute didn't quite make it to the event. But if aroha and whakapono and kotahitanga were experienced by the whānau, it was a successful event. Rawe, Auntie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ka pai. Who else? Who else would like to share? Who would like to go next? Ka pai, Ariahuia.
Ka pai. What do I want to experience? Confidence and certainty.
Yeah.
Those are sort of things that I want to ensure that, mōhio no, marama's fine, but mōhio. I want to be able to, say confidently, I know these things. Yeah. And then what new actions I can take. Atuite, what practice is my main thing, making sure that I know, checking in, rangaho, all those sort of things. But also when needed, sharing that responsibility or sharing the opportunity, I guess, and encouraging them and whoever they are to grow and develop, to kind of, stop that sort of sense of uncertainty or, lack of confidence in those sort of settings. So providing those opportunities for others to grow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
because then I think about what could happen. Well, I could embarrass myself. Cool. I could embarrass other people. Yep. I could get some side eyes. I could get some judgment.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's going to be another hui.
Yeah.
And then what's really important to know, well, I wrote down that it's really important that I help to kind of break that chain, because it just seems to be like a continued thing. There are other reanga at the marae who have felt like, oh no, I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't want to. It's that lack of confidence. It's that, I don't know how to, so I'm gonna just hand it over. And then that sort of wider gets carried on. So I want to stop that for other huanga, other cousins, other whānau, or other reanga, just to kind of ensure that actually future we're certain and we're confident.
Yeah. Rawe tērā. Cool. So in those, with the certainty and the confidence, in those moments, because there will, as we progress and as the world changes, like when COVID hit, there was so much uncertainty, and we really did need to adapt, and tikanga changed. And so we were faced with uncertainty, but being faced with the uncertain circumstance, there was still certainty in our tikanga. I mōhio tonu tātou, I marama pūki ngā tikanga, I mōhio pūki ngā tikanga, so we could adapt. And I think, and that's what I'm hearing from you is having the confidence and the certainty to be able to adapt quickly and be with uncertain circumstances, because it happens. Even tangihanga, there are so many uncertain circumstances and things that happen with tangihanga, and yet at the same time there is a certainty that we know how to deal with it. We know how to be in that moment. Yeah, rawe, marama. And what difference can you see that would make for all the other reanga at the marae to be able to have that level of confidence and certainty in the face of uncertainty? What difference would that make?
It'd be massive at the pa, because there wouldn't be the barriers would then be lower, just generally. There wouldn't be the second guessing, there wouldn't be judgment that'd be flying around, and the hope is there that it grows even bigger. Being able to have that confidence, that seemed to be like, yes, I can do it, I just do it. And there wouldn't have to be any, second guessing, tiptoeing, or aha rānei.
Yeah. Rawe. I can definitely hear they'd be so much free. They'd have so much more freedom to just be with each other. And what do we do now? I have no idea. Yes, I do. Let's do this. Rawe tērā. Ka pai ari a hui ia. Pēhea kōrua rangihuri here, Vinny? Who would like to go next? Ka pai, okay, kia koe rangihuri here.
Kia ora tātou. So what do I want to experience? My kupu is the same as Aria Huia's. Actually, I wrote down confidence and also acceptance that I will make mistakes, and then trust that I'll still be okay even if I make mistakes. So, those were the three kupu I noted down. New actions, I think, like Fire Georgie's, it might have been Fire Georgie, said, just practice. Just doing it is the practice. So for me, that's doing it even if I'm uncomfortable, doing it even if I make mistakes. And then one that I wrote down for myself is responding to my inner critic with something positive. So, or, sort of combating those things that it comes up with. So if it says, you're not good enough, say, well, what does good enough look like? Why aren't I good enough? Sort of challenging those negative, that negative self-talk that comes up for me. If it says, oh, you're going to make a mistake, I can say, well, who doesn't make mistakes? So why should I not try? Coming up with something to respond to that negativity. What could happen? My mind goes back to that objective that you presented us at the start, Raukura, that reo Māori anywhere, anytime with anyone. That wasn't exactly the wording, but, if we're all doing this inner work on ourselves, we become closer to that goal. And what's important, I've written two things down. I've written, te reo's important to me, so I need to show it. I need to kōrero. And then I also wrote down something that I was inspired by your kōrero, Raukura. When I make mistakes, I give others their permission to as well. So that I think that's really powerful. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Rangihuri here. Very good. Rawe. Okay, pēhea koe, Vinny.
Tēnā te wāmanga, a tāhuanga kōrero. Mō te mea tuatahi, oku hia, I pirangi au kia me mitu te pātai, me mihi ke, like it's kōrero mō aua kare aroto. I don't want to, like I don't want to keep, because e māramana ko nā mata rua o te pātai titi mea he whai māramatanga te rātu taha he wero. So I don't want to go around making troubles for myself, trying to figure out what's going on in everybody's life before I even make a step.
Yeah.
And koe te tāotanga mō te kōrero Māori hoki, mena ka tūtaki au i tēti tangata, ka kite au i te raruraru, o ka wehi, ka mataku rānei. I don't need to figure out every part of it. I just, just me mihi ki tērā āhuatanga,
Yeah.
just to help, kia rere te reo, kia rere te whanaungatanga i rā mō mea. Because what I really want to experience is, kia tau, kia mōhio, kia mārama. And ka hoki au ki te kōrero, nā tō pāpā anō, I kōrero ia mō te āmiomio tanga, because I taua wānanga mō ki Kōrero campus, yeah, taua wānanga ki kura, e maimahara nau nā kōrero o te tānera, wareware tōna ingoa, kōrua ko taua tāne whakaako I te akomanga, and I kōrero ia mō tētahi porowhita.
Oh, maihi.
Yeah,
Mauka
maihi.
Yeah.
I ki mai ko te whai kōrero, ko te kōrero ki tēti atu, me he taimana poiuka rānei, o me he porowhita,
That's right, yes.
Nei, ka huri haere, ka hoki atu koe ki te timatanga, pokati. And I was like, oh, yeah. But e mōhio anau ki te ao Māori, he pai aki kei tērā kōrero nā tō pāpa mō te āmiomio. So you start your circle, and then you end up over there maybe, and then that one goes off. And just kia tauau ki tērā āhuatanga, like, I don't have to control, like, what everyone else is feeling when I'm trying to interact.
Yeah.
And hea te mahi, I whakaaro au, me he whare tūpuna, me he marae, me whakatau tōku ake kaua, nā tērā ka tauau ki tērā, ko tōku kaua, he kōrero Māori ahau. And then, whai muri tērā ka whakarite tikanga, nā tērā ka panoni, e ai ki te horopaki ki Wanganui. Ia waka kōrero ki te atu tangata. Engari, te mutungi ho me pōwhiri atu ki a rātou, and then I'll be able to see, if they're going to say my baby's name's Bung and stuff, are they doing it on purpose, or do they need some support? Or, mena ka raruraru rātou ki taku kōrero Māori, hea te take, kei te ako tonu, kei te he kaikiri rānei aua. That's why I'm going to just try and think like that, or just ka uki tērā. And, te tukinga pai ki au, hei oranga mo aku tama I te tuatai, hei oranga mo te iwi I te tuarua. Because, koere te mea nui ki au aku tamariki. I don't want them to have to do, what me and Helen have had to do.
Yeah.
I just want them to be able, kia tipu pai, hei aha e rātu pikonga o te rāka o te mahuri rā. I just want them to be able to just tipu tōtika and be whatever they're going to be.
Rawe.
Ka pera, koere te whainga nui.
Rawe, Vinny. And that actually brings us back to your initial tāwhaki reference. Kia mau ki te aka matua. And it sounds like that's what you're starting. You can see now. You can see the aka matua. And you can see all the aka taiwa. But kua marama, e marama ana tō kite I tō aka matua mō me o tama, me tō whānau, kamutu mo te iwi. Tēnā koe. Fabulous. Fabulous tēnei wānanga. Okay. So the next part is another visual display. And this time it's what's really important to you, what the experience is in that moment, having taken those new actions and having had that new experience. So for me, I went from burdensome, and it's a huge expectations for me to carry, and piko ana te tuara, to just complete freedom, just unleashed. Unleashing of the 24. So have a go at creating another visual display.
Ai.
Oh, a tāhua.
And pērā taku here. And you know what? He hapa I roti tēnei mea, and hei aha.
Yeah. Marama, kaore anoa chat GPT kia āta aku I te reo.
Tika. Pai ana kia hau. Oh, no. Well, pēnā. Kia ora.
Yeah, choice, Auntie. Marama, thank you.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think the body language of the wahine in the photos quite good, open and confident, and yeah, and then I like how it's created the people in the background all speaking real.
Yeah. Fabulous. Marama. Cool. Awesome. Okay, who's next? Ka whai, Vinny.
E te tinihanga au ki te whakate noi ana straight cheek. E ka whakaro ana ki tērā kōrero nā pōtatau. Tērā me kaore hoki te ki whai te tua o heke maru. You know, he kōrero mo te mana o te tūpuna, he kōrero hoki mo te whakamana I te tangata, kia tika te whakamana.
Yeah.
And I think I just need to be more present. You know, mena ka whai wau ki te kōrero Māori, mena ka whai wau ki te tangata e hehi ana ki te ako I te reo Māori. I just got to be more present in how I mihi to people and how I, you know, just taku tautoko. Ia wa, kei te whakaroa ki Auntie Lena. Me ramo mea. E te waka, tere huri atau ki te reo Pākehā, aha ko kei te hehi ki te ako.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm not helping her if I just keep thinking, oh, ka tahuri no au.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want to be more present when, you know, ki ngā tamariki hoki, mena ka kia, oh, I don't understand, just ka kōrero mori tonu. So yeah, I just tukuna te reo I ngā wā katoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, era momo. Kaore anō kia tau.
Rawe, Vinny, rawe tātou. Ka pai. Well, that brings us to the end of the wānanga. Oh, Auntie Georgie.
No. E ki te au ki ngā 14 fingers, koe tēnā. Wai no, I tuhi anō ai taku...
Oh. Aria huia.
Well, if we have a minute...
No, definitely. Sorry. Yes, kia koe aria huia. Tēnā kua whakatihia mai tō pikitia. Ara.
Yeah, nō reira, I tēnei pikitia. Kua tipu tau, kua tipu ngā mea katoa, kei reira ngā tai, ngā manu, e hara noi hoi te shadow, he awa, i tipu ngā hotanga ki takutaha. Yeah, ai. And kei reira ngā tai.
Beautiful, vivid. Ne, your world is vivid. There's colour, there's depth. Kamutu, there's e mato ana te tupu. Whereas the other picture was a bit desolate. Yeah.
But black and white.
Yeah. But black and white. But now there's so much more dimensions to it.
And I grabbed all the pens that I had next to me.
Well done. Oh, rawe. Atahua koutou. So this really does brings us full circle, really, to the initial statement that we had, to the initial objectives that we had. So, kia whakawhenua ai te reo ki roto I te tangata, and kia kia ai te tangata, he kōrero Māori ahau. So now, having gone through that process of identifying the taupā, and then identifying all the default actions, impacts, and then speculating on what it is you want to experience and what actions you could take. What do these two objectives now mean for you? Kia whakawhenua ai te reo, and he kōrero Māori ahau. What does it mean for you now? Yes, Auntie Georgie?
Yeah. Just a wider ownership of it. But tūtai hi ana mihi kia tātou. From our sharing, I've just gained and and had more understanding. But te whakawhenua mai te reo, I make those environments. It's not about the land. I had to do that, He kōrero Māori ahau, pai, he kōrero Māori ahau. I get it. Ngā mihi kia tātou, I've enjoyed where I'm at now. I'm in a good mood now.
Cool. That's awesome, Auntie, and so good, yes. So we can now take responsibility. We can actually be responsible to whakawhenua te reo. Regardless of all the historical trauma, it happened. So the historical trauma stuff happened, the real trauma stuff happened. We're still dealing with the impacts and we're still dealing with the outcomes. And in 2026, we can be responsible to ensure that the reo, ko whakawhenua te reo ki roto i a tātou, we can also be responsible for owning he kōrero Māori ahau as a marker of our identity. Brilliant. Brilliant, Auntie. Thank you. Ka pai, he kōrero ai e tā tetehi atu? You can share from this slide or you can share from anything. Yes, Ariahuia, anything we've covered today.
Ka pai, tēnā koe. O tērā, tēnā tātou I tēnei wānanga. When I look at those two questions, well, the second one, it's less of a pātai now that I've actually explored what does that really mean. And also with the first, with this wānanga, we've explored what our taupā really look like and actually broken down what is our experiences and what steps can we take. Rather than thinking, oh, that scares me, I'm going to run away now. That scares me, what do I need to do about it? So it doesn't scare me. I think back to a hui that I had some months ago where someone explained that, you can build a resiliency by taking a teaspoon of chili every time. And it gets easier and easier to have as much, as more frequently as you have it. And so doing those sort of putting yourself into spaces and places where you actually have to have a teaspoon of chili, it just gets easier after that. And you start to break down that taupā so it's less of a taupā so that we can get closer to our whāinga, which is, kia whakawhenua te reo Māori, ki roto i a tātou katoa.
Yeah.
Yes. Koera tāku tēnei wā.
Rawe Ariahuia. Ka pai, pēhea koe rangihuri hia, Vinny? Yes, rangihuri hia.
Tēnā tātou, I tā tātou wānanga I tēnei rā. Just echoing what others have said, really appreciated the open sharing and hearing from each of you, and especially those vulnerable things that each of you have shared. So tēnā koutou. I think at the start of this wānanga, I had said that phrase, he kōrero Māori ahau, that there was that element of doubt as well as that element of pride. And I feel like now I can more confidently say he kōrero Māori ahau without that doubt being there based on what we've explored today. And for the first pātai that's there, kia whakawhenua te reo, if we think about that, that objective of te reo being spoken anywhere, anytime, any context, that kind of thing, I think in my own mahi at work, there's a part of my mahi that involves educating our non-Māori colleagues within the library about te ao Māori, about te tiriti, about te reo Māori. And some days I think, I don't really want to be teaching Pākehā about te reo or te ao Māori. I'd rather work with our communities. But this has made me think that mahi is actually more valuable than I first thought, because if we want that, if we aspire to be a Aotearoa that speaking te reo, we need non-Māori to be at least supportive or open or to be able to understand te reo. So actually that mahi's more important now that I've reflected more deeply on it. So, you know, if it's only up to us as Māori to foster the revitalisation of our reo, we actually need non-Māori to be on board that waka as well. So I think that's what comes up for me there. So, yeah, kia ora tātou.
Rawe te rarangi hurihia me te tautoko. Tautoko marika nā ui e rā kōrero. Kaore pea te reo Māori e ora ia ngai Māori anake. Engari, ka ora te reo Māori ki te āta whāngai ki ngā tāngata katoa o te motu. Because it really does. As a official language of this country, every single human being in this country has a right to access it. And every single human being in this country has a right to speak it. So there is an opportunity for us to really open it up and share. And it's going to take something. It's going to take something for us to be able to be with the hard work that requires to be able to share the language and have others be open to speaking it. Yeah, kia ora, tēnā koe. Pēhā koe, Vinny?
Tautoko katoa nā mihi e rere ana ki te kaupapa nei, te atawa hoki. Mai te tīmatanga kaore tino raruraru ki tawa kōrero, he kōrero Māori ahau. I au e ki ana he reo Māori tōku, ko te whakaaro rā, you know, he roro tōku, he nākau tōku, he reo Māori tōku. You know, he wāhanga, you know, te tango, kei mate. And, tino atāhu tērā whakaaro. I te me, kei roto I taua āhutanga o te being, you know, te whakapuaki, te whakatinana, you know, te whakahua, era āhutanga, tino pai, koera te rerenga, te kianga hau ki Wangaria mātou nai nei.
Yes.
And mō taua āhutanga o te whakawhenua, like, ka tainoka hoki mai taku tama I tēti wānanga ki make tū, ki te tau te manahau mā. He got to go with his mum to a wānanga there, and he came back, and he tīmate ki te kōrero mō io, and ko tētiu ngā mea hira ki aia ngā kōrero a te manahau mō te hunga e ki ana I puta no mai ngā kōrero hei whakautu I ngā mea karaiti ana, and I tino raruraru au ki tērā. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I was freaking out at that, like, what the fella's talking about over there? Ka kōrero ki tōna māma, e ki mai tōna māma, huera tēti haurua o te kōrero.
Yeah.
There's a piki tia nui ki ana, tēnā ki koera te āwatanga, e tū ngā tangata ka whakataurite, and I was like, okay. But iau e raru ana ki tērā, I hoki, because ka taino ka hoki mātou I tēti tangihana, and I haere mātou ki te iwi o Helen, na uri a tia, and then, you know, ka te roa ki te whakapapa ka heki hoki a maniapoto I a tia. And I'm like, yeah, so, and iau I kōrero ana ki a koe hoki whakaaro ki tā tātou wānanga, tā tātou haere ki te kēti me ramo mea.
Yeah.
I kōrero mō te nākau, and I was like, okay, so the nākau, whakapapa, koena te take he māma, mō tātou tūpuna ki he karaiti ana, no te wānanga hoki. And I just want to try and koera te hea kia whakawhenua e ramo mō whakaaro.
Yes.
I roto I aku mahi, I aku kōrero I te reo, because, you know, te reo me ona tikanga. So,
yeah.
I don't just want, you know, kia kōrero Māori, engari, he Pākehā te whakaaro, me rao mea.
Yeah.
E kei te pai, mena ka whakahuko I te Pākehā te reo Māori, but there's that, I'm just trying to figure out how can I kia whakawhenua, tērā aotanga o te reo ki roto I aku tamariki.
Marama.
Yeah, but it's awesome. He hikaka nei, I tērā.
Rawe.
Te wera pai.
Yeah. Rawe, Vinny. And I can really hear the you're digging deep, like it's effortless. Like you're looking, the way you're looking into, e hara I te mea he whakakotahi I te ao, I te whakaaro Māori me te whakaaro Pākehā, I te whakaaro mātauranga Māori me te whakaaro Kreiti ana. Engari, kia pewhia te noho a whānau, te noho ngātahi o aua whakapono, o aua whakaaro, o aua paradigms, ki roto I a koe. Because our tupuna, it was easy. They grasped onto Christianity so easily and didn't lose their Māoritanga.
Nah.
Hey.
Yeah.
They grasped onto English and didn't lose
E maramara rātu ki te whakapapa.
Yeah. Ka pai. And then now, I tēnei rā, ko āta kite I te whakapapa o ngā taupā.
Right.
O ngā taupā reo Māori. Ah! Right, there's the real Māori trauma, and then there's the historical trauma. So there's a whakapapa, and we can go back even further as well to taupā reo Māori, the whakapapa of taupā reo Māori. But the intention of understanding this whakapapa is to dismantle it, not to pupuru. E hara tēnei, e hara ngā historical trauma, ngā taupā reo Māori, ngā reo trauma, e hara tēnei te taonga tuku iho.
I ki tau I taua āhotanga, I riri au I tōku kuare.
Right.
E maramano I nāianei, like, if I get upset about something, it's usually because I don't understand it. So, just, yeah, like, kore marama ki te kōrero a taku tama. Hey, kia te mana hau I tērā? Nā, kore, paku kōrero pērā. Kia tau. Just, yeah, tōku kuare to me whakariri au.
Marama. Ka pai. Kia ora, Vinny. Okay, tēnā tātou katoa. Well, kua tae ki te whakamutunga o tā tātou wānanga. E ātarongo ana hau kōrero I a koutou, e tehi māramatanga, e tehi pūrangi aho, e tehi pātai anō hoki hei wānanga mā koutou I roto I te wā. Before we finish off with a karakia, is there anything anyone would like to say? You don't have to. If there's nothing, mea kua e ngā kōrero, just double checking. You good? Yes, Auntie? No?
Ki te timutanga kare he au te kōrero, nei? Ai, tuatahi mihi kawana kia whērau kura. I whakawātea I aku raru I tēnei wā. And he ngā kaunui tērā. Mihi kawana ki a koe me te kaupapa. Re hihi anau te mihi atu ki a koutou te tokotoru tā. Koutou I tūwhero o koutou taringa me o koutou ngākau ki te whakarongo ki tēnei kuia. And kua tuku ngākau te noho wai Māori au te noho wainganui a koutou. Kia ora rā. Me te mokapuna tō tama Vinny. Oh, tino
Tūrama.
Tino kahato o tama. Ki te au te oranga o a tātou reo. I rungi te hui nei. Mihi kawana, aroha nui ana. Kia whērau kura kia tātou katoa. Kia ora rā.
Awesome. Thank you, Auntie Georgie. Tēnā koe I o mihi. Tēnā koe I tō whakae kia kuhu mai ki wainga I tēnei hunga ahua rangatahi nei. Tēnei hunga rangatahi. Te noho mai hei kaumātua. Te noho mai hei taitua rā mō mātou. Te hunga rangatahi. Tēnā koe, Auntie. Awesome. Ka mutu e tautoko ana I ngā mihi kia koutou katoa. E tika ana te kōrero. E tino... Ko tino whaihua, ka mutu kā tino whaihua tō tātou iwi, I a tātou kōrero I te rānei. Mo te hunga ka hono mai ki tēnei wānanga a ngā wānanga e haere ake nei, mo te hunga ka mātakitaki mai I tēnei podcast I roto I te wā. ka whaihua te tangata e hia ana, e āta kimi hia ana, te tehi momo rongoa mōna. E ora i te reo ki roto i aia, tōna whānau, tōna hapori. No reira, tēnā koutou. I runga no i tērā, ka tuku i te rākau ki a koe Vini, mai pia tā tātou karakia whakamutunga.
Tēnō tautoko ai ngā mihi koe rere ana ki Wainganui a tātou. I te kaupapa, i ngā kaimahi, i ngā kai whakariti, tēnā tātou katoa. Karakia. E kui mai, koro mai, kia pātata mai ki a mātou, ke kaua i te awatanga kino, wairua kino i whai wahi ki a Wainganui a mātou. Kia tau te whakaaro, kia tau te nākau, kia tau te wairua, kia hoki pai ai ki ngā kaupapa o te kāinga. Turuturu o whiti whakamaua, kia tīna. Haumi e hui e, taiki e.
Taiki e. Tēnā koutou, thank you.
Hei
Ka
kona.
kite kia pai te toenga o te rā me te mutunga wiki.